Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Minecraft title updates, grabbing the beginning achievements. This is to spawn and defeat the Wither. So the first thing I recommend doing is playing the game a bit, and you want to play until the point where you can have an enchantment table as well as bookcases surrounding it. Get yourself a bunch of iron swords and some lapis, and what you want to do is you want to put enchantments on the iron swords to get looting. And that's very important because we need this to farm Wither skeleton skulls, which we are going to need to build the Wither. And then what I recommend doing is building some buckets and then milking some cows. I recommend having about 4 or 5 buckets, and this will help you on our nether adventure. Once you have your looting swords and your milk, you want to head through the portal with some cobblestone and food and torches and stuff. I recommend building a cobblestone wall to protect your portal from gas if your portal is outdoors. I also recommend putting a chest next to the portal so you can drop off all your treasures so they can be safe in case you die. Set the difficulty to easy, and then you want to load it back up, and you want to look for these guys. These guys are Wither skeletons. They have a 2.5% chance of dropping the Wither skeleton skulls we need for the Wither. And if they attack you, you will get wither sickness, and to cure it, you can drink some milk in order to stop it from hurting you. But as always, you just want to run around. They appear in nether fortresses, and you just have to kill them until you get 3 skulls. This can take anywhere from half an hour to an hour, depending on what level of looting enchantments you got, but remember to always drop them off at the chest when you get them, so if you do die, you don't lose them. Once you have 3, make sure you take all the stuff out of the chest, and then you want to make sure you also grab some soul sand. You're going to need 4 pieces of soul sand. This can be found anywhere in the nether. It's the only other material that's not netherrack or gravel. Alright, once you have everything you need from the nether, which one do you want to head back to the surface, and then you want to start prepping for the big fight with the Wither. The reason for this is he's one of the more powerful enemies in the game, so we need some pretty high level gear in order to get by. So the first thing I recommend building are potions of strength. You should have gotten some nether warts from the nether fortress. They can be grown on soul sand in those staircase rooms. Just pick a few and then add that to the potion stand with some bottles of water. That should give you the base potion you need. And you should also have gotten some blaze rods from the nether from defeating blazes. You want to smash those up into blaze powder and then use one of those in order to turn the base potion into a potion of strength. And we picked up some glowstone, either by breaking a glowstone block or getting it off of a blaze. You want to add that into the mix, and that should give you a strength 2 potion. Once you have that, if you have any materials left over, I recommend making armor and enchanting that with whatever levels or lapis you have. And the enchantments you want to put on these are going to be blast protection and regular protection. This will protect us from the Wither's explodey attack. I also recommend grabbing a diamond sword and going to your enchanting table, and once again, with whatever enchantment levels and lapis you have, you want to enchant this. And the enchantments I recommend are Smite 4 or 5 or Sharpness 4 or 5. This will make sure your sword will do as much damage as it can to the Wither. Also, refill your buckets with more milk in case you need it. Then you want to have these supplies on you. So I have my diamond sword with sharpness 4. In another save file, I had smite 5 on it, which helps a bunch because the Wither counts as an undead enemy. I also had some iron swords as backup, as well as a shovel and pickaxe. You want to use these to dig all the way down to bedrock. Make sure you bring any supplies you have with you. So I brought a bed, some chests, some torches, the supplies you need to build the Wither, the soul sand, and the Wither skulls, the milk, the potions of strength, and of course food. And if you have the notched apple from the earlier achievement or any golden apple, I recommend bringing that too. You want to dig out a little room right here, and you want to build the Wither by making a T and then putting the 3 skulls on top, similar to an iron golem. It can only be spawned on difficulty easy or higher, so keep that in mind if you're playing on peaceful. Make sure you switch the difficulty. So get all your stuff ready. Before you set the final skull, you want to eat your golden apple and drink your potion of strength. Pop the skull on, make sure you don't miss like I did right here. If you do, just pop the skull off and then replace it. Once you set it down, it should spawn the wither. It will take a few seconds for him to get all of his health, but you should get an achievement for spawning it for 20 gamer score. And you can start attacking him once he gets all of his health, thanks to your supercharged up sword that should do a ton of damage, as well as the potion of strength with the golden or notched apple. And if you get withered, make sure you drink your milk. He should go down in a few seconds with all those power-ups. There's the achievement, 40 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.